I will be upfront. There is no visual stimulation here, no flashy animations, no graphs to keep you hooked. If your mind needs constant cradling to stay focused, close this video. This channel is not for you. It is just gonna be me speaking directly to you. No AI slop or complications. Starting with, what is emotional detachment? Is it stoic suppression? Is it losing all the feeling to become a numb, isolated robot that is rejected as the black sheep? Neither. It is the personal journey of awareness, a mindset shift. Through self-observation, we acknowledge our emotions without letting them run our lives. If this bores you, or if my narration is giving you a headache, then leave now. It only proves you are in the target audience. On this channel, I provide direct life-altering knowledge that I've gained from experience and reading. So let's start with awareness, because it's a slippery topic. We tie our identity to labels: your country, your body, your emotions. Someone insults your nation, someone calls you fat, someone tells you that you're a loser and don't deserve any happiness. Some of you may instantly flare up, but those labels aren't you. They're constructs, mere words. Language is a tool of attachment. We bind our identity to words that have no physical reality. Take the label American. It is not a natural fact, it is simply an occupied land of humanity. Culture is manipulative. It manufactures pain that isn't yours, instead shared. Let me prove this to you. You, the person watching this, are an irrelevant piece of trash, a parasite needing a guide to feel happy. Did that shock you? Did that make you feel a sudden urge of rage? Words triggered by a stranger like me? But I do apologize, it was a demonstration. Now see how quickly you calm down? It's absurd. We let arbitrary sounds that hold peace hostage. Words are mere interpretations, yet they dictate our reality. If you wish to break free from this cycle, move from supreme judge to a silent observer, your construct, your clothes, name, profession is not your identity. They are superficial. Changing them doesn't change anything. But if you identify with them, you label your happiness, you limit it. The first step is to drop the labels, lose your opinions. I know it's difficult, but it is the path to a truthful life. A mind cannot differentiate between illusion and reality. Your opinions only fuel your suffering. Chasing happiness is a mistake. We were born happy. Newborns laugh at nothing. The world was alive. Never has life lost its spark. We simply choked it. We built cages out of ambition, greed, and desire. We restricted our own natural joy with labels. If you're depressed and sad, you're the only one to blame. And instead, if you're a rational individual, you will argue. You'll say others caused your pain. The ex that cheated on you, the family that disowned you, the boss that fired you. Did they really cause your pain? No, nobody can manipulate your feelings. Emotions are your personal interpretations of situations. If you label an insult as a suggestion, the insult loses its sting. The negative meaning evaporates. But desire remains a trap. It cages you. You believe you cannot be happy without a specific outcome. Rejecting desire isn't detachment, it's self-destruction. Because desire sparks us to strive for the better, for what will make life easier. But instead of seeing it as desire, I would recommend you see it as preference. Swap desire for preference. Don't tell yourself you cannot be happy without it. Tell yourself you would prefer it, but you're complete without it. Preference removes disappointment. You no longer tie your identity to a result. Because in rational truth, ideology blinds you. It forces reality into a rigid box. Consider this, you win $1 million lottery. Instead of cashing it out for pleasure, enjoying a life full of peace and satisfaction, you donate it to charity. Why? To buy your way into heaven. Because some priest or your religious scholar probably told you good deeds will get you to heaven. So what changed? Nothing really. In the real world, you traded your ego greed for a spiritual greed. It's the same trap. At the end, you're a self-interested, greedy creature. Evil exists in everything. Understand that this darker side empowers us. Questioning and doubting are far superior to blind adoration. Dissatisfaction roots itself in inner conflicts. We crave more. This disconnects us from who we are to who we want to be. It doesn't accelerate growth, it enhances despair. The solution to this is accept what you did, not what you think you could have done. The past is unchangeable, but the future is yours. Even so, everyone suffers from anxiety. It's a natural phenomena, but there is a root cause. Anxiety thrives on future fantasies. Our basic needs, such as love, appreciation, respect, are just labels. We wallow in delusion, planning a future that doesn't exist. While the present evaporates, we are left with memories, the unchangeable remnants. To free yourself from anxiety and to adopt the rules of acceptance, first, accept clarity. People and situations change. Second, accept accuracy. The past cannot change and it does not affect the future. Perhaps your life is stagnant. Society programs you. It teaches you to repeat behaviors, to identify with the rat race, to live a scripted life. Seeing this stagnation is the catalyst for action. Society traps the programmed. They define success. You chase it, but the chase is fear. And that brings me to a main point. The root of all negative emotions is fear. Anger is fear. Fear of losing pride, ego, belonging, or love. Detachment is the pursuit of fearlessness. Success is not a chase. Success is your well-being. You do not need to apologize to anyone. You do not need to explain. And you do not need to care what they think. Because most of your suffering comes from focusing on the end result, not the process. Every human being forgets the beginning. They ignore the continuum and focus solely on how the things end and how it hurt them at the end. Nature did not hurt you. A person did not hurt you. Your own heart did the injury because you yourself thought you were hurt, that you were in pain. Most negative emotions arise from people. Let's be raw. You do not understand people. They only share the sides they want you to see. Their public face is superficial as yours. Yet, you set expectations. This is the first step toward disappointment. If you want to detach, set consequences, set rules. Expectations are internal withdrawals. Consequences are actions you take. Needs you can communicate. And another fact about detachment is personal worth. Personal worth is another obsession. It is superficial. It is determined by what others think of you, whether you are seen highly or regarded as a soulless wrench. But let me ask you the question, is it relevant to your happiness? It isn't. It is people pleasing, the self-interest of pleasing yourself. Their judgments carry your moods because you're fragile. Human beings are fragile. They're attachment-driven creatures. We attach for appreciation and love. The moment a threat appears, we foster resentment because they're a threat to our attachment, to the thing that makes us feel positive. And to be frank with you, this destroys the capacity to love. We might have survived as a species because of attachment, but it remains a crutch. Detachment is the acceptance that we can be happy without the thing, without the person. They cannot dictate your happiness. Still, we seek help. We watch guides, we seek teachers, not to change ourselves, but hoping they will change us. It is a cope to run away from the problem. At the end of the day, you have nothing because you ran away from the problem. If you wish to be present right now and aware, acknowledge your present condition and ask yourself, what am I pushing for? Realize the truth. Nobody cares about your survival more than their own. That is what every species individually lived for and will forever live on for. And that brings me to my final point. True love and true hell. Hell is the other people. You enter it through dependency. Disapproval and ignorance makes us crave the drug called comfort. Encouragement and reassurance offer peace, but it is temporary. And the drug you solely rely on is called dependence. Emotional dependence is attachment. We allow concepts, conditions, and addictions to control us. If you wish to break free, acknowledge the emotion and disidentify with it. Worldly feelings of victory, popularity, and applause are superficial, whereas true happiness and true love is different. It is seeing people without conditions, concepts, prejudice, categories, or labels. It gives them their own deserved response, nothing more, nothing less. It is abandoning the mental laziness of associating fantasies that cause expectations. Detachment enables intimacy without clinging. It allows you to enjoy the nourishment of yourself, to remain independent in your own process, to let your love and happiness be experienced solely by you and for you. And in truth, inward happiness far surpasses worldly faces. Emotional detachment was never isolation. It was never to act like a fool who does not care about others or cares about his feelings. It was the acceptance of emotion, to release your control over what cannot change and ultimately change who you are.